Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, we're playing tennis now. Except, no, this part you don't play tennis. You just avoid. Or maybe you do. Oh. Okay, I don't really know what's going on. Are you supposed to hit him with arrows there? There's a point where he, like, jumps farther back. Got him. Okay, now what? Hit him? Get him, get him, get him. Okay. I do remember this guy being pretty tough. Like, he takes a lot of hits. Ah! I thought I was gonna get him. He's so close to me. Back up. Go, 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 go. At a certain point, he hits it back. I don't remember when he does that. Ah. Here we go. Tennis, 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 tennis. Ah, get him, get him, get him. Is that it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Maybe one more? Oof. Okay, we could do it. Come on. Get away from me. Okay, here we go. Tennis, 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 tennis. Got him. That's hard. That's always pretty. I like the tennis thing. I don't know why they always do that, but it's fun. I think real Ganon, you have to play tennis with him too. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. I didn't mean to rhyme there. Don't let the rhyme take away from how menacing I'm supposed to be. I'm dark and evil. I'm not like the Riddler. I'm not supposed to be rhyming. Got a heart. I need another heart piece. I only need one more heart piece. Okay, so this is the 8th episode I've done today, and I'm doing it. I'm making it. Here's a little cutscene. You got a medal, whatever, blah blah blah. Actually, I don't know. Oh, next I want to get Epona for sure. I know how to do that. Oh, that's my friend. I wanted to maybe talk about, well, so I watched a movie called Perks of Being a Wallflower. I had a note kind of like about those kind of movies, not specifically about that. I guess these are the movies that kind of affect me the most, obviously, for like obvious reasons. Like I associate with the character because he's like a quiet kid, and so, but I also kind of judge them more harshly because they're like, I know what people like that are supposed to be like. So if they don't act the right way, then I like judge them like, I guess I used to do that more when I was younger, but now it's just like, I understand like, well, every story is different, so a good story is a good story and a bad story is a bad story. But they don't have to be exactly like you for it to be a good story. My friend. Oh, Deku Tree. Yay. So I said I didn't have much in high school, but I had these stories about a quiet kid being the hero. So, yeah, I guess in high school I did. These were the stories I did connect with. These kind of stories, even college too. But now I guess I'm noticing that like I'm getting older, and I feel like obviously I'm not supposed to be connecting with these characters, these like 15-year-old kids. It's embarrassing that like I still feel the same way they feel. And by the end of their stories, usually they're like more confident and they're happier, and then they're like 16 years old now. So it's like, whoops. I was supposed to already have my hero's journey, and I was supposed to already discover like who I am and who I'm supposed to be. That's never happened. So I'm like stuck in these like stories in the beginning. I keep living my life like the beginning of these stories, the first act. I never get to the part where like you actually go on your adventure and learn who you are. I thought The Perks of Being a Wallflower was an okay movie. I don't think it's great. I still like, my favorite one is still Dear Evan Hansen. The thing about most of these movies about like a nice quiet kid in high school is like they never have any flaws. They never do anything wrong. Everything bad that happens to them is like an outside force. Like they're abused or they have like a mental illness or something. It's not their fault. And that's what happens in Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's not his fault. He has like, he was abused when he was a kid, I think, right? And then he develops like depression from that, and so he becomes really quiet. And then he meets these other kids at the school, and he becomes happier. But Dear Evan Hansen is my favorite because it's a flawed character. But his flaws come from like who he actually is and his insecurities. So it's like a good story. Even if you don't connect with like the character, you could still appreciate like how good the storytelling is, I think. The play really starts when Evan tells this lie. He tells a lie for like good reasons, but also kind of selfish reasons. This kid at school kills himself, Connor, and then Connor's parents come to Evan because there's this letter that Evan writes and Connor takes it, and the parents read the letter and they think it's from Evan to Connor, and they think that they're friends. So then, okay, let's get Epona. So then then Evan lies and he says like, yeah, we were friends. For two reasons. One is he wants the parents to feel better, like he sees that they need that. Like they needed Connor to have friends because he actually didn't have any friends. And also Evan needs that because he wants people to think he has friends, and he wants to also have friends. And throughout the story he never tells the truth until the end for selfish reasons, because this lie is helping him get what he wants. So he's not a perfect person, but his flaws come from those insecurities about like not having friends and being lonely and actually wanting things, like wanting a friend and wanting family. So that's why that's always been my favorite. All the other stories of the kids are like, they're so perfect and nice, and like this kid in Perks of Being a Wallflower, he's like a genius writer. And he's like reading books in his free time. It's like, come on, that's too much. He's too perfect. And there's a scene in the beginning where like the teacher's asking like a really hard question, and the kid knows, what's his name? I don't remember. whatever. The kid knows the answer, but he's quiet and he doesn't want to raise his hand, so he writes it on a piece of paper. And the teacher sees that he writes it, and it's like, I know you want to tell us that he's smart, but it's like, ugh, come on, that's too much, I think. You must become even more powerful. So the next one is the mountain. Okay, I have to do that. I never learned Epona's song. So I have to go back in time. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta go back in time. Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Is it the 50s? So what does this do? Does this just bring me back to the Temple of Time? Or 1999? Okay. Tell me again. I don't mind. Gotta go back in time. I guess that was it for that note. Boom, 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 ba-dum. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. It would be nice if that song played when you went back in time. That's the prelude of light. It's just Huey Lewis in the news. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta go back in time. Yeah, I guess I'm just... That was it. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't be, like, relating to these kids anymore. But I am. Like, when I watched 8th grade, I was like... I think I actually talked about that, too, in one of my Last of Us episodes, which was over a year ago. I watched 8th grade, and I was like, I like this movie, but there's a part of it that I feel weird relating to the character, because she's like 10 years old or something. Or like 12 or whatever. Kids are supposed to be nervous and anxious and unsure of themselves, but adults are supposed to be confident and know exactly what they're supposed to do. And all these stories are about going from the nervous kid to the confident adult. And I've never had my story. I've never become confident. Boom, 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 boom. I think the reason why part of the reason why I don't want to change maybe is because I watched a lot of these movies when I was a kid growing up, and I always was like, those nice quiet kids, those are the good people, and I wanted to be a good person, so maybe I did emulate them a little bit. Is she still here if it's nighttime? Maybe part of me still thinks that way. Like, well, part of being a good person is being like a nice, quiet kid, because all these protagonists in these movies are like super likable and nice, and it's like, I want to be likable. If my life is like a movie and somebody else's, or even if I'm watching, I want to like me because I'm going to be the protagonist. Oop, I guess not. She's not here. I have to wait. Let's get Epona's song today. I guess when I was a kid, that was always how I viewed myself. Like, if my life was a movie, would I like myself? If I was watching, sorry, I keep now I just like ignore it, but I always keep like, whenever I talk this much, I guess my stomach like rumbles, and then I have these little throat bubbles that come up. If my life was a movie, I would want to like myself if I was watching myself. And I think I would, but that's probably not the best metric to live your life by. Especially as you get older. Because I'm supposed to be like the dad now. Right? I'm old enough to be a dad. It is scary when you think about, like, how old was my dad when he had me, and, well, he was in his 30s, but when he had my brother, my oldest brother, he was born in 1983, and my dad was born in 1959, so he was 24? He was 24. It's ridiculous. That's too young to have a kid, right? God, I don't know. I feel like if I ever had a kid, which I probably won't, I'd be at least 30. I'm not ready for any of that. Some people, I guess they are, but like, to be able to be like, to live your life for someone else, like someone else is now more important than you. I'm not ready for that. Oh, it's still nighttime? I guess nobody's ready for it until it happens, but I don't know. If I ever, yeah, I'm not close to ever having a kid, but if I ever do eventually get close to that, I'm gonna have to think a lot about it. I don't know if it's something that I want. Is it something that anybody wants? Or is it just something that happens? I don't know. Let's learn this song. Okay. I have an ocarina. Oh, I thought you would say something. No? I think I just have to talk to her a bunch of times. Okay, how are you guys doing? Handling the virus stuff okay? It's so weird for me because everybody else is like freaking out, but like my life is totally the same. Here we go. Nothing's changed. I still go to work, I still go to the grocery store, and that's all I ever really did before, so I can still go get fast food if I want. Up, left, right. Up, left, right. In New Jersey, they instituted this new executive order where you have to wear a mask when you go out to like stores and stuff. That gave me a little bit of anxiety. Like, if I go into a store without a mask, are they gonna yell at me? Yay. But I do like wearing a mask. It's nice. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. I forget what Epona's song is like, but now I can do the Epona thing. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll get Epona and I'll talk about masks. Okay. That's my horse. He's a little guy. Look at the little guy. We're bonding already. Okay. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.